Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Beautiful day out here. Decided to do this video outside on my porch. I'm a little frustrated. Wasn't able to get my porch hooked up this year. I usually like to hook up my porch every summer and fix up, put flowers out here. I was supposed to buy a couple of chairs for my little table. Money was just so tight. Just didn't have the opportunity to hook my porch up. So I didn't even put a tablecloth on my table. I usually put a tablecloth on my table. I didn't even get the opportunity to do that. Oh well, it is what it is. Now summer's almost over now, so but it's starting to cool down a little bit. August went by so I don't know about you guys, but man, I think August went by super fast. August went by so freaking fast, man. And I'm just really frustrated right now because um I'm just lost without my vehicle. I'm just lost without my transportation. I haven't been to the gym. I've been walking, been doing walking, so I've been able to get my exercise because um, I've been walking as a mode of transportation and exercise. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. So been walking to the store and stuff like that. It was a couple clients that was within walking distance of me, so I was able to walk to them. And so it's just I'm lost without my vehicle. I'm lost without my truck. It's so frustrated. Hopefully I can get back on the road pretty soon here. I'm just so frustrated. I can't go where I want to go. Haven't been able. I was going to take the bus to the gym today, but I have some things to do around the house. So, because the Planet Fitness is like way across town. So I'd have to literally get on the bus to get there. This city that I live in is a small city. Um, but, well, they say it's small, but when you don't have a car, when it seems awful big. When I don't have a car, it seems awful big to me. But everything is so spread out here. Everything is so spread out. It's like everything is so far away. So it's small, but it's spread out. If that makes sense, everything is so far away. So Planet Fitness is across town. It's not like it's across the street or just down the road. It's literally across town. So if I get to get there, I have to either walk there or I'd have to take the bus. And if I walk there, by the time I get there, I'm gonna be too tired to work out because then I already had a workout. So I don't know. Sometimes next week, man, I might catch the bus up there and get my workout in because I need to actually sit in the massage chair for a while. So, but I'm just kind of frustrated right now. I'm lost without my vehicle. You do need a car in this city that I live in. You really need a car because um like I said, it's spread out and everything is so far away. Um the store when we have a Save a Lot and that's actually down the street, so I can actually walk down there. It's like way down the street, but it's down the street, so it's within walking distance. So, but yeah, it's like you definitely need a car here to get around. And in this city that I'm in, you gotta have a car to get around. It's like it's really really difficult. And the buses only run. Our buses stop running at 6:45 or something like that. Um, they start about 5 o'clock in the morning and they start running at 6:45. We do have another bus service. They have like this bus shuttle service that you can call, and that costs $7. Like, say if you need to get to work at 12 o'clock, you got to be there at 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Or let's say I don't want to walk to work, and I can call this service and have them come pick me up and drop me off at work, but it will cost me $7. It's cheaper to run the cab down there. It would be only $5 for me to run the cab down there. So But you know, they have that actually runs until 12 o'clock, and so at 12 o'clock at night. So, but the actual bus service, uh, the actual city bus, that stops running at about 6:45. So you only got so much time. You know, you got to do things within that time frame. You know, um, so it's. I'm just a little frustrated. You know, my son. You know, eh, he has a car, but it's a gas guzzler. So he's always complaining about gas and all this kind of stuff. Plus, he works during the day too, so he doesn't. I'm not trying to have him run me everywhere. Plus, I get my exercise in. If I walk to the store, I get my exercise in. But it's just frustrating because I can't just jump in the car and just go when I want to go. I can't jump in the car and just run to the gym and run to the store, and so it's frustrating because when you don't have a car in this city, this town that I'm in, it's like I gotta. It just changes my whole life because now I have to figure out how I'm gonna get things done, like getting things done. Then I have to figure out how I'm gonna get things done because I don't have a vehicle. So it's hard. It's the struggle. Like I said in my other video, the struggle is real. And so hopefully in a minute here, I get to working real good. I might do car payments. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to try to get into something that's going to be reliable. I like to get another truck. I like to get a bourbon, another bourbon. Actually, I say truck, but I was actually driving a suburban. Um, I loved, really, really enjoyed driving that truck, and I really, really like to get another one. So I'm trying to price and check out some prices on Suburbans, you know, the older models because a new Suburban costs about $50,000, and I'm nowhere near having $50,000. So I'm looking at some used ones. The ones that's like 2005, they run anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000, depending on the condition of it. So that's for a 2005. I've been kind of pricing them because I really enjoyed driving it. I really did. I really enjoyed driving it. I wouldn't mind having another one. So just guys, keep me in prayers. Hopefully, I can get on the road here pretty soon. I would lease a car, but my credit is so doggone bad. I don't even know if I would they would even let me do that. So just pray for me. I just hope and pray that I can get back on the road pretty soon. I'm hoping to get back on the road before the winter hits. My other son, he's got a car, and right now we're trying to fix that and get that on the road. But I told him, I said, that's your car, that's your stuff. You know, I need to get me some wheels back on the road. So it's it's frustrating. I'm trying not to let it get me down, and everything. I'm just thank God that I just thank Jehovah God that I have a job that's going to be down the street. It's not going to be far from the house. So that's a blessing right there. So this ain't my first time at the rodeo. I didn't been down this road before. I didn't been through this before. Uh, I didn't had transmissions go out on me. I didn't have motors go out on me. This is not the first time I've been through this. So it's not my first time at the rodeo. So it is what it is. I just have to bear through it and try to get through it until I can get something else on the road. My mechanic, um, um, I don't know if I've ever mentioned him on here, but he was a wonderful, sweet guy that I met back in when did I meet my mechanic? 2006, maybe. Anyway, I bought like four vehicles off of him, and the first vehicle that I bought from him, yeah, I had a Buick at the time, and the Buick it was on its last leg, and he was nice enough to let me rent a van from him. You know, I started renting it and making payments to him, and then when I got my taxes, I paid it off. And so I winded up buying another van from him. I bought like four vehicles altogether from him, and And literally, I've had a red, a white, and a blue van. Literally, one was red, one was white, and one was blue. And the two van, the one van, the transmission went out on it. The other van, um, well, my son sold that van. It was something going on with it. And the other van, the white van, my son winded up trashing that. I'm not gonna go into that. That's a long story. That's a long story. I might tell that story one day, but that's a long story. But he trashed it. Um, and then I bought a Taurus, Ford Taurus from him, and I sold that to my son, and he sold that. I didn't expect him to sell it, but he sold it. So, with the alternator winded up going out on it, but it was fixable. Um, so I had wound up buying four vehicles from him altogether, and he was a huge blessing to me over the years. It's been a huge blessing to me. He was helping me fix my vehicles, and he would let me, fix things, make repairs and do things on credit for me. So this man was a huge blessing to me. Um, and I asked him if he had a vehicle I could kind of rent from him and make payments to him, and he said he didn't have anything. So I was like, because he actually has a shop, but he also sells vehicles as well. And he has another shop that he has vehicles. And I bought the Taurus from him from. And I asked him, "Do you have something that I can rent from you?" And he was like, he didn't have it. So, you know, he, I used to call him my Captain Save him. He was my Captain Save him. Literally, my mechanic was my Captain Save him. He was my Captain Save him. I mean, my car would break down, and I would call him, and he would come right on out. And I mean, this man was. I really thank God for him over the years because he was such a huge blessing to me. There was times I didn't know what I was gonna do without him. I mean, yeah, because he was literally my Captain Save him. you know, and I tell you. Every girl needs a Captain Save 'em. And no strings attached. I mean, I always paid him. My credit is good with him. I always paid him. I mean, I would get my vehicles from him and I would pay him off. And so my credit is good with him. And I figure maybe I can use him as a credit reference. So he's been really sweet to me over the years. And so he was a huge blessing to me. So I just thank God for him. But I'm just hoping that I can get back on the road pretty soon, you know, just keep me in your prayers. But anyway, um, I want to talk about, I'm just way off topic. But anyway, I want to talk about the haters here on YouTube. And I was watching, I did a video shout out to Strong Mommy Chrissy because I think she's doing a phenomenal job with her kids. She's such a smart young lady. If I had her smarts, the age that she is now, if I had the kind of smarts that she had, I wouldn't be in the shape that I'm in. I'd be in a whole lot better situation than I'm in if I had if I had the brains that girl has at if when I was her age. She's almost 30. If I had the brains, I think she's 27 to be exact. If I had her brains at 27, man, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in now. I'm telling you, I'd be a lot further ahead in life. The girl is smart. The girl is sharp. She's very intelligent. She's highly intelligent. She knows how to make money. She knows how to hustle. Um, but she got people. She's a little frustrated right now because she got people coming on her page or her channel, and they just be hating on her. Because it's like there's people that they just want to. They're not happy unless they're just dogging a black woman out. Us black women. I've talked about it in my other videos. We are under so much scrutiny. It just seems like no matter what we do, we get criticized, and it's like we are the most stereotyped and most judged and hated group of women in this world, particularly in the United States. And black women on YouTube particularly, we get really really attacked really bad. I mean, it's like no matter what we do, we're gonna get talked about. We're gonna get it just doesn't matter. I mean, I get haters on here as positive as I try to keep my channel. You guys have seen I get people on here hating me, judging me, or whatever. But I know that when you're on YouTube, if you're a YouTuber, and if you guys, any of you guys watching me and you're a YouTuber, um, we know that we have to have a thick skin on here. You can't be on here and YouTube is not for the faint of heart. It really isn't. Being a YouTuber is not for the faint of heart. If you're gonna be on here, you got to be able to take some criticism. You got to have a thick skin to be on YouTube because if you sensitive and you and every little thing somebody say to you hurt your feelings, YouTube is not the place for you to be. You can't be a YouTuber. You can't because you got to have a thick skin on here. And you got I know my thought is that half a lot of times I mean some guy came on and he was calling me all kind of names. Like I typed back I said that's all you got. I mean, a lot of times I laugh at them. I think some of the stuff, like some guy came on one of my blogs. I can't even remember which video it was. He said I look and talk like a man. I started laughing. I just thought that was the funniest thing. Um, One guy said I looked like a truck driver because I had my hat on, and I was like, you know, shoot, truck drivers make good money. He said I look like a trucker. Well, truckers make good money. I don't know what he talking about. So you know, a lot of times I just laugh them off. You know, I laugh and I block. That's what I do. I laugh and I block. And so I don't. I figure in my mind, I figure, well, shoot, I don't know them. I said I don't know these people, so and you know, why am I getting upset over people that I don't even know? Um, if a family member was to call me some of the things that these people call me on here, now I would be highly upset. If it was somebody that I knew that was close to me that had said these things to me, then yeah, I would be very upset, you know. But um, I don't know these people. You know, it's like you don't know them. So I mean, I ain't never seen you. You don't know me like that. I don't know you like that. So oh well, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. So I mean, you got to be able to take a certain amount of criticism. You have to have a thick skin on here. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and sometimes sometimes some things ruffle your feathers a little bit. I mean, something you're gonna get your feathers ruffled a little bit. Is it gonna rock your world? No. Like the situation, like every time I talk about the Section 8 cuts, people want to come on here automatically assuming that uh, I'm on Section 8 and all this. I'm lazy. I don't want to work and all this kind of stuff. And I've said it bothers me a little bit because um, I've said if they look at some of my other videos, which they probably don't, I don't know, they would see I've said on here numerous times that I keep a job, and I even do job journey videos. You guys see my job journey videos where I'm talking about my jobs and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's just because I'm talking about a certain specific subject, does that mean that I'm on it? That I'm come on now. But it's people. At the end of the day, people are ignorant, and I just think that she's doing a phenomenal job. And she was thinking about getting off of YouTube, and everybody's coming on there and saying, "Girl, don't let these haters stop your paper." And so it's just not worth it. It's like everybody got haters on here. Um, I subscribed to this new family. Um, they call them the Mazio family. If you guys get a chance, I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a black woman and it's an Asian man, and they got some beautiful children. I think it's like a blended family type situation, and they just moved to Los Angeles. And people on there, she cut her hair off, and she got a little patch of hair on her head, and she's a very smart, intelligent woman. And it's very seldom that you see a black woman and an Asian man together. You don't see that. It's just not something you see too much of. So I just I just think it's really fascinating. And I actually love their channel, and they got some beautiful kids, and people been coming on there. They've been hating on her, talking about you need to do something with your hair. You need to grow some hair. And then but they're mainly criticizing her. They don't hardly say anything bad about him, but any negative comments they always say it about her. So as I said, black women particularly, we are so scrutinized here on YouTube, in the world. And it's really sad. It's really sad, but it doesn't matter what we do on here. Um, I don't care who you are or how positive you are. I've had people come on here and criticize me for being a Christian. This one guy came on here. I did a whole video talking about that. This one guy came on here and said, "Yeah, you say you're a witness, but you got two kids out of wedlock." And so I did. You guys look back. I did a video explaining that, and I provided some scriptures for you guys for that. It's like, really, I am not my past. I am not my past. It's like people can change. um, Jesus interacted with prostitutes and all that kind of stuff, and some of Jehovah God's most faithful servants were thieves, were even murderers. I mean, some of his most faithful servants did some horrible, horrendous things, and they surrendered and they gave themselves, they turned their life over, they gave themselves over to God. And so we are not our past. We are not our past. And that was basically what I was talking about in that video. And I provided some scriptures, and I'm like, yeah, those were the things I did when I was in the world before I, came to know Jehovah God, before I started serving him. And obviously we can't go back and erase the past, and I wouldn't want to, because then that way my kids wouldn't be here. And so, at the end of the day, we go through things, but we learn from them. I learned from, somebody came on Facebook and they put, how sometimes they come on Facebook and they give, would you want $1 million, or would you want to erase your past? And like they give you these options, and I said, well, I'll take the $1 million or whatever, $10 million. I don't think I want to erase the past, because I said, no, I don't want to erase the past, because that means like my kids wouldn't be here. And um, I learned from every single mistake that I've made in my life. I have learned from them, and I learned valuable lessons from those mistakes. I wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't be the person that I am today, had I not made those mistakes, and had I not had those experiences and went through the things that I went through. I wouldn't be who I am. And I think that's the experiences and the mistakes and things that we make, and the things that we go through in our life, is learning experiences. Like when I see these young ladies, going through their journey, starting their journey, and they might be making some bad judgments, but I don't call them mistakes. I really don't call them mistakes. I call them learning experiences. I say, well, hey, it's a learning experience. That's what I call them. I call them learning experiences, and that's what they are. They're learning experiences. You're gonna learn a lot from them. Some of my past relationships and some of the things that I went through in my life, they were all learning experiences. And I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't know what I know had I not went through those things. And so it's all good. At the end of the day, it's all good. You learn from them, especially if you come to a place where you're healed. You heal from them and you learn. You live and you learn. And so people come on here, like I said, I don't care who you are on here. You guys know I told you I like to watch Shay Woods, and he people be trying to talk about him because he likes to wear perms. He's a real estate state guy in Detroit. You guys get a chance to watch him. Shay Woods. He calls the show the Shay Show, and he's one of my favorite YouTubers too. And people be up here trying to talk about him too. Because he like to wear perms, and people like to crack on him for his perms and try to say he look like a pimp and all this kind of stuff. And he is the sweetest guy. I mean, he is the sweetest person. I've actually talked to him on the phone. I mean, he is a sweet guy. He does a lot of nice things for people, and he's the sweetest person. I mean, I tell you, if I lived in Detroit, he would be the person that I'd be trying to rent a flat from, because he is the sweetest guy. I mean, he's the nicest person, and I've actually talked to him on the phone. There's not too many people that I'm subscribed to that I actually get a chance to talk to in person, and he is the sweetest guy. If you guys get a chance to check him out, check his channel out, The Shay Show. And people be hating on him too. They they, be, they hate on him too. And it's like one time he was doing a video and where he was flipping a house, because that's part of what he does. And somebody come on there and say, "Well, you putting cheap materials into those homes, and you're a slumlord." And I'm like, I understand what he does, what he's trying to do from a real estate perspective, because I'm kind of into real estate. And these people a lot of these people in Detroit, they get into these homes and they just trash them, you know. And it wouldn't make no sense for him to put expensive materials into these homes for somebody to move into it and they wind up trashing it, you know. So he puts their good quality, but they're not extremely expensive because a lot of times those people move into those homes and they trash them. And so he actually helps other people manage other investors manage their properties as well. And I understand from an investor's point of view, um, that you wouldn't want to put expensive materials into these homes because they trash them, you know. So people just be dogging him out, you know. And he's the nicest guy. He's the nicest guy. I mean, he got way more fans than he do haters, but it doesn't matter how good a person you are on YouTube. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be a priest, or you could be anybody coming on YouTube, and somebody always gonna find something negative to say about you. And of course, Tommy Sotomayor, he, everybody knows that he likes to bash black women a lot. He gets a lot of threats and stuff, which I never condone violence, because he's like really his whole mo is he likes to bash black women, and a lot of people hate him for that. So he gets actually a lot of threats and stuff. So when you're someone and you go to that extreme, then so he gets a lot more. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes at all, you know. So I mean, he's got to constantly be looking over his shoulder, and so that's just when you're a YouTuber, you got to have a thick skin to be on here. I mean, anybody looking to get on YouTube, that's a disclaimer. You got to have a thick skin. I mean, you got to be able to take scrutiny. You're gonna be under a certain amount of scrutiny. You got to take a certain amount of criticism. Um, yeah, otherwise, you can't do it. You know, because your feelings get hurt by every little thing somebody say to you. You care about what everybody think. This ain't the forum for you. This is not the thing for you to do. I mean, YouTube is not for the faint of heart. I will say that again. It's not for the faint of heart because I did one video where I was having some sinus issues and I probably shouldn't have done the video. I don't know. And I was having some issues with my sinuses. You know, I have sinus issues sometimes, and people's like, "Well, she need to blow her nose. She gross." And I look at that video because I am my own biggest fan. I look back at that video and I read some of the comments and I just be laughing. I'm like, somebody said, "Girl, you need to blow your nose," and I didn't realize I was that bad. I guess I did the video and I didn't realize that I was that bad. I knew I was having some issues, some sinus issues and stuff, but I didn't realize it was. I honestly didn't realize it was that bad. And I apologize to everybody out there. That's my apologies. I didn't realize that I was that bad. I think I wound up writing on there, my bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. So I'm human. I'm gonna make mistakes, you know. And so, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I've had people come on here talk about my weight and this, you know, I've had to block people. You know, if they get too bad, I wind up blocking them, you know, because I don't, come on, that's crazy. So, and that's what you have to do. You just have to block them, but you can't let them push you off of YouTube. I'm not going to let them push me off of YouTube. I'm not going to let them because, Mommy Chrissy, she was a little strong mommy Chrissy, she was a little upset and she was thinking about getting off of YouTube. And we was like telling her, no, don't do that. Don't let these people push you off of YouTube. Don't let these people stop your paper. Don't never let people do that. And she got way more fans than she do haters. But she, people talking about she on the system and all this stuff, and she, it's like she like I said, the girl is brilliant. She not only makes money from YouTube, but she has her little side businesses going on. So she's not on the system, you know. But And she did a video today explaining, to everybody how the system is set up, and she's not on it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what she says. It's still some people coming on that video. Check the guy if you guys get a chance. Check that video out. She just did it today. She still got some people coming on there saying, "Come on, tell the truth. You know you getting fools there." It's like, wow, really? It's like these people coming on here saying that I'm on Section 8 just because I talk about the Section 8 cuts. You know, really, I had to do it. I did a video explaining to people that I used to be on Section 8, but I'm no longer on it. I explained to people what the situation was. Years ago, yes, I was on it, but I got off of it. And if you guys get a chance, check that video out. I am explaining I used to be on Section 8, and I'm explaining to you how I got off of it. And that was before I didn't even know there was a stigma attached to being on Section 8. And just because I talk about the Section 8 cut, there's a lot of people talk about the Section 8 cuts. Does that mean they own it? They talk about it on The View too. Does that mean Whoopi Goldberg and them is on Section 8? Whoopi Goldberg and them talk about the Section 8 cuts on The View too. And people say, well, that's their job. Well, it's my job to talk about it too. I'm on YouTube. It's my job to come on here and talk about it too. How you doing? Okay, it's my job to come on here and talk about these things. You know, I'm an advocate for the people that's in poverty. Come on. So, just because I talk about a certain specific subject doesn't mean that I'm on it. I'm just talking about it and how it's not right for them to make the cuts. Can I care about the people that's on it? Can I care about the people that's on it? I care about people, guys. Some of you people might not care about people, but I do. I love people and I care about everybody. I care about everybody, and I would love to see everybody get out of poverty. Poverty is not a good situation for anybody. I don't just think about myself. I think about others. I don't care what race you are. I don't care if you white, black, whatever. Poverty is not a good situation for anybody to be in. Nobody should have to live in poverty. Nobody should have to live that way. And this is supposed to be the richest country in the world. This is the richest country in the world. Nobody should be living in it. We shouldn't have 50 million people in poverty in the United States. There's something seriously wrong here. When we got 50 million people in the United States that's living in poverty, something's wrong with that picture. And this is supposed to be the richest and the greatest country in the world. Come on now. It's not so great if we got 50 million people in poverty. A lot of money is made off of the people that's poor. The system is set up to keep a certain amount of people in poverty. Well, that's another video. I'm not going to really get into all that. That's another video topic. But come on now. Everybody you know, it's not rocket science. Everybody knows that a certain amount of money is made off of people in poverty. Payday loan lenders. I was actually going to do a video talking about that. Payday loan lenders, rent to own, those types of industries. Come on, they're all set up to benefit. They're making money off of poor people. Are you gonna see Kylie Jenner going into a payday loan place? I'll wait. You ain't gonna see Kylie Jenner going into no payday loan place. You're never gonna see her walking into a payday loan place. She don't need a payday loan. It's people that live in poverty that go to those places, and I'm guilty. I go to them too. Every time I say I ain't coming back, every time I pay them off, I be like, I'm not coming back. I'll stay away for a few months, and I wind up having to come back. I gotta go tomorrow. I call it the money store, but it's a ripoff. But I have to admit, it's bailed me. It's a catch-22. It's like they charge you this interest, but it has bailed me out of some really tight situations. So it's like a catch-22. So last time I was on it, I did a little you know, payment plan, and I paid my way out of it. Now I'm back on it again. So it's it's just a horrible merry-go-round. And I'm not gonna get into that either. That's actually another video topic as well. But all those things are set up to make money off the poor. Everybody know that. stay tuned. I'm gonna do a video talking about that. So I mean, it's poverty's not a good situation for anyone, you know. And that's why I'm very passionate about that. I'm very passionate about that subject. That's why I talk about it, not because I'm on it. Even if I was on it, what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with being on Section 8. There wasn't nothing wrong with it when I was on it. And when I was on it, I was working. When I first got on it, I wasn't working, but by the time I got off of it, I was working. And so a lot of people are on Section 8 and they work. There's nothing wrong with the program if you need it. I mean, rents are very expensive. Very expensive everywhere you go. You're gonna have to drop down some money for some rent. I mean, it's cheaper to buy than it is to rent. But not everybody can buy a house. Everybody can't buy no house. Everybody ain't got good credit. You know, the home buying process is very difficult. So, you know, that's what I want to talk about. I mean, being a YouTuber, you really got to have a thick skin to be on here, and it's just I say, strong mommy Chrissy, hang in there, shake these haters off. You know, do you? You know, that's what we got to do. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we got to do us. And we got to shake the haters off because we going to have haters on here, you know. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, subscribe to my video. And I got some more interesting video topics coming up. This is Sweet Jim.